is going on? So today, finally, much requested pond video. It's probably been like 2 months since I've done an update on the pond video. I was gone for a while, but we're back. So right now, drive to the store, get some shiners, hopefully if they have any. We're gonna go out, stock the pond with some shiners, try to do a little bit of feeding, see how the fish are. I'm a little anxious about how they're gonna respond to being fed after basically being fed once a week for like 2 months and then not being fed at all. So I'm kind of nervous about that, but we will see how things go. First things first though, go stop and get some shiners. So, have 4 dozen shiners loaded up in the back, got them buckled in nice and tight, make sure our babies are okay. We are gonna head out to the property here, hit the pond, and show you what's up. A lot has changed. Honestly, the pond doesn't even look the same anymore, so I'm kind of nervous if it affected the fish at all. While I was gone, there was a ton of work done to it. I'm telling you, it does not look like the same place. Like, if I didn't say anything like, hey, we're fishing out at a random pond today, you would not know that we are at my old pond. It's gonna be shocking. All right, we are getting ready to start throwing some shiners. Right behind me is the pond, and I know it doesn't look like the pond because, like I said, it's completely different. All of the invasive species have been cleared out. I'm not kidding. Everything that's gone was invasive species. Brazilian peppers, and that's really the only main one I know, but they kept everything here that wasn't invasive. So, that's insane to think about. That's how much those plants took over this pond. And so what we have here now is just pure natural Florida pond, and we get to put the plants back into it and plant a lot of Florida natives, so like pond apples and little cypress trees, some reeds, whatever we want. And now we really have a blank canvas to make this pond our own. So it's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna be trying to come out here and work once a week on the pond and stock the pond with bait fish for these largemouth to eat. But got a bucket of 4 dozen. First plan is we're gonna throw probably about a dozen of them in just to get the water churn and let these fish know. And then we're gonna try to get some eats on camera with the fishing rod here. Let's get at it. Okay, very exciting. I was actually getting ready to throw a shiner in the water, and there's actually a bed over here, like a bedding fish. And I mean, there looks like the male is on it right now because there's only about a 1 pound bass sitting on it. But that's really cool to know that these fish are actually spawning in here and making beds so we can get some real fat momlets. And what would be really cool is getting the GoPro lined up on the bed and getting some really cool bed footage, because that's just, I mean, one of the coolest things about bass fishing is when they bed and get really fat and get super aggressive. So that's pretty awesome. All right, we're gonna throw a handful of these shiners into the water here. I'm just gonna pick up as many as I can in my hand and start pitching them out there. Probably threw about a dozen or so in there. Let's see what happens. Oh, bass already just ate right behind us. Look at that shiner. All right, so they're hungry. All right, so what we're gonna do, like we always do normally when I feed the fish, I have some tiny circle hooks here that I'm actually gonna clip in half, and I don't want any point and I don't want a barb on this. I just wanna thread the shiners through the hook, so when the bass hits them, they will pull them off, but I can still control that shiner and kind of throw them around. So we're gonna bust one of these hooks out. Beautiful, and if you can even see that tiny thing in my hand right there, that is the little thread we're gonna basically use to thread the shiners onto this little hook. So, I was a little nervous about these fish being shy after not being fed for 2 months, but it turns out they are more aggressive than ever. I don't know if they're getting less food or if it's because it's spawning season now and they are on. I can literally see a bass swimming around the bank, patrolling like a foot away from us right here. Like, let me line old Shiny up here. Watch, we're gonna flip him in right here. They are ready. I'm hoping we can get some really good topwater eats today. I'm really trying to get one of these fish to jump out of the water and eat, and you saw dangling it and they still were coming up and hitting it. So I'm gonna try to dangle it actually pretty far and see if we can get one of these bass to come full airborne out on these shiners. There's a lot of fish activity going around. We're seeing a ton of fish feeding, man. All right, I'm about to pitch this shiner just up into these sticks over here. I'm gonna reel them out across the top and see if we can get a topwater eat. This is so fun. Oh, that guy went airborne on it. We've been trying to get one to go airborne. Of course, it's like a little dinker, and he's like 10 feet away when he does it. Still got my shot. This one's coming in hot. That looked like a big fish right there. All right, so we really want to get one coming out of the water to eat, but I think they're a little shy to do it right next to us, and they'd probably do it if we threw it out. I mean, they have done it when we've thrown it out further, but we want to get it close up. So there's this bush right behind me. We're gonna hang old Shine Baby over the tree and dangle him right above the water, and then we're gonna set the camera up and see if we can get him eating really close up. Ooh, one came steaming in. Oops, see him. All right, this should be pretty cool. We have the drone up. If you can hear that humming in the background, that's the drone. And I just have it positioned over a group of sticks here. And I'm hoping there's a fish on it. And we're gonna try to get footage of shiners being eaten on the drone here. All right, the night is starting to wind down. Sun's beginning to set. And have almost gone through a bucket of 4 dozen shiners, flew the drone, all great stuff. As it's getting a little later, the fish might be a little more prone to actually come out of the water and feed on top water a little better. So we're just gonna throw the last few shiners out kind of far and just skip them across the top and see if we can get them to eat. I was trying to hang it on a branch, but a lot of this pond is so shallow that I don't think they have enough space to really jump up and come out. But if you're reeling it across the top, they can kind of come after it and kill their whale on it. So that's what we're trying here. We're gonna reel this one very, very fast across the top. See, this guy's being a punk. He wants it, baby. The second I slow it down, this fish is such a jerk. I just want him to eat out of the water so badly. I know eventually they'll get there and they'll get more aggressive and just crawl out of their skin to eat these shiners, but I just want one to come out so badly, and whenever I go fast, I kind of chase it, but they don't try to hit it. And the second I slow it down, they just open their mouth and slurp it off the top. They're being little babies. It's pissing me off. Oh, that's actually a big bass. All right, I think we're about out of light here, running out of light, almost out of shiners. We're gonna close the video here. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, a little pond update. As you can see, it is completely different here. It's completely changed. In the comments below, leave some recommendations for what I should add to the pond. I need to add some type of either aeration or water flow system, something that gets the water moving a little bit in here, a little more oxygen, because all of these invasive trees are gone. It's gonna heat up a lot quicker because there's not as much shade in the pond, so we need to add a way for these fish to stay cool. And leave some recommendations, maybe if you think I should plant some lily pads or some grass or something that's gonna be really exciting to drag these bait fish through, or these fake lures or whatever we're gonna throw at these fish. Leave comments below what you think we should do this pond, because we basically have a blank canvas now, and it's gonna be a really fun, exciting kind of project for me and for you guys to do along with me. So I want to see those comments below about what you think I should do. Anyways, that's it. We're done. If you enjoyed the video, like the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys very much. Until next time, see ya.